Today, I'm back with another physical media collection video for you all. Today, I'm going to be showing off my entire sports movie collection. Yes, anything that deals with the sports genre or that has a heavy focus on some kind of sport in the movie, I'm going to show it off right now. I'll say a little bit about each film as I go through them. So let's get right into it. We got a lot to go through. So starting in no particular order, just right off the top of the pile, we have the Rocky Anthology collection. Yes, this is the DVD set from a long time ago. I've had these movies forever, but this set comes with Rocky, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, and Rocky 5. So you don't get Rocky Balboa in here because this is an older set. I don't believe Rocky Balboa was out during that time when I picked this one up. But this set gets a lot of watches. I watch these movies all the time, usually about 3 times a year, each of the Rocky films. I just love them so much, and they're great little workout movies just for inspiration. I'll put them in the background and I'll just start working out, and so they're always great motivational tools. And I just liked how this one really looked on the shelf. It looks so nice. Wow, yes, all 5 Rocky movies. And I like all of the movies. I know some people don't like all of them. I like them all. Yeah, I have my favorites in there. I'll talk about that in another video, but I just enjoy them all. To me, they all have something good about them. So very fun, inspirational movies. It's always a great time rooting for the underdog, rooting for Rocky to rise up against those challenges, and all that musical score is just so fantastic. So you gotta have the Rocky movies in the collection. So that's the DVD set of 1 through 5. But then, of course, I had to add Rocky Balboa when it came out on DVD. So I had to add this one so I could have a complete collection there. And yes, Rocky Balboa, really good movie. I didn't know how they were going to follow it up so many years later, but they did it perfectly. Very inspirational story still, and just seeing, all the things Rocky has gone through and that he's dealing with, and that he just wants to, get back in the ring to, kind of fulfill some things he still needs to do. So really great, powerful story here. Some really good inspirational movie quote lines and moments in here that really just get you pumped up. So Rocky Balboa, excellent, needed it in the collection. So that one is the DVD. Now next, you know what? I had to upgrade them. I had to upgrade them to high definition. So we got Rocky, the Heavyweight Collection 40th Anniversary Edition. Now this does not take up too much space on the shelf, which is great. So this has now replaced the other ones just for a spacing issue, basically. But you get all the movies, 1 through Rocky Balboa, in a nice high definition set, which is fantastic. I just like the way how this one looks with the boxing gloves there at the bottom, the 40th anniversary edition. And to me, once again, I really like all these movies, so it's great to have them in the Blu-ray format. They just look so cool. And actually that set actually did come with quite a bit there. I mean, look at all that. You get 3 hours of bonus features, which is fantastic. Now really the bonus features are like for the first Rocky movie. I think the other Rocky movies don't have any bonus features, or actually maybe Rocky Balboa had some in it, but most of them did not. But for the first Rocky movie, there's definitely tons of bonus features there. So if you love bonus features, great little set to have. And I think you can get this one pretty cheap now. I know I got it when it went on like super sale. I'm like, ooh, at that price to get all those movies in upgraded high definition format, why not? I know I'm going to get the watch out of them anyway. So now speaking of Rocky, we got to get on to Creed. Yes, Creed. Now, when I heard they were making Creed, I'm like, wow, can they do this? A spin-off story, but still connected to Rocky in the Rocky universe. But could they do it with another focus on another character? And yes, Adonis Creed, excellent. Michael B. Jordan is fantastic in the role. And how they connect all the movies together is just so perfectly. And you find yourself rooting for Adonis Creed in here, just like you did Rocky. So to me, this is definitely a great movie. And some of the filmmaking techniques in here were just absolutely fantastic. Like that one filming shot, continuous shot of that boxing match was so cool looking. I'm like, oh, when are they going to cut it? When are they going to cut? They never cut it. I'm like, wow, that was really cool. Really well done, really well directed here. So great story, Creed, awesome movie to have in the collection. Need to have them all, right? So of course, if I have Creed, the first one, I'm going to have Creed 2, and this one is in a 4K steelbook, which is nice. So I do really like this one. Creed 2, to me, I really enjoy this movie. Just to see those dynamics with Ivan Drago's son and all of that rivalry. Oh my goodness, I mean, it just really went into kind of, showing Ivan Drago's perspective and what happened with all his life and family's life after that. And like, oh my goodness, this gives you a whole nother perspective there. But yeah, really great, tenseful moments in there. Some great lines and scenes as well. So I really enjoy this movie too. Creed 2, really good. Just the best. Really like this one. So to me, all the Rocky movies, all the Creed movies are all good, and you gotta have them all in the collection. Why not? All right, next we're going to continue with some boxing. We got Underdog. Yes, now you may have not heard of Underdog before. I just kind of found this one on the shelf one day, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a big fan of boxing and boxing movies, big fan of the Rocky movies. So why not add another one to the collection? And this one's pretty good. It, of course, it's kind of like that Rocky story of an underdog boxer, right? So yeah, you basically have the main lead, though, the boxer is a female lead here, actually. So that's kind of a little twist on it. But yeah, still a pretty decent movie. It isn't perfect. Yeah, you can kind of tell, yeah, this is like straight to DVD type of style of movie. But you know what? I still had a decent enough time for the watch I gave it. I still need to go back, watch it again, of course. But it was decent. I can't like highly recommend it. I feel like boxing movies, it's not too bad. So yeah, Underdog. Glad to have another boxing movie in the collection. All right, next we're going to get into some UFC right here. We got Warrior. Now this is a public service announcement. If you have not seen Warrior yet, very underrated film. It is an amazing movie. This movie is so good. I mean, it's almost right up there with like Rocky and Creed. I wouldn't go that far though, but it's close. It's getting there. But Warrior is so good. What a powerful story and rivalry within this movie. Like, this is the best UFC movie of all time, I think, in my opinion anyway. I think it just does it so well because you got compelling characters, compelling story, you're rooting for different characters, you got some twists and turns and different reveals in there. So I'm not going to spoil anything here because that's like the good part of the movie there, just finding out all these different things and backstories and how everything's connected. But really good movie, and even it was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. So yeah, it got some recognition there, but you got some really good actors in here. Yes, Tom Hardy is in there. Tom Hardy, who does Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. Fantastic job. But all the actors in here, fantastic job. Really good. Really good. Yeah, even that line there, as powerful and unforgettable as Rocky. I'm telling you, and it strives for that excellent. It does. So this is one I highly recommend to everybody to check it out. Even if you're not really into the sport, I just think for the family drama and the inspirational story, I think you still might enjoy this one. So Warrior, gonna highly recommend. But they're actually doing a 4K steelbook of this one, Lionsgate. It looks so awesome. I'm not gonna double dip on it though, because I already have this. If I didn't have this one, I would totally get that steelbook because it looks so cool. But yeah, really good movie. Gotta check this one out. Warrior doesn't get talked about it enough, so I have to talk about it here. All right, next, let's get into some basketball here. All right, we got The Way Back with Ben Affleck. Now, this is a heavy drama kind of story with Ben Affleck's character. And yeah, I mean, it's a compelling drama story. So if you're going in really just expecting like basketball movie, no, it's not all about the basketball game. I would say it's more of a more of a character study on Ben Affleck's character, just kind of dealing with alcoholism and all these issues, and trying to find his way back, getting back to the things he loves, like basketball being something he participated in and then was a coach for and everything like that. So I still think it's a good movie, solid movie here. I don't think it's perfect. It's not one I can highly recommend to everybody. It's, like I said, not even I would recommend this to like basketball fans because it could use more basketball in here. But if you're looking for more of a dramatic sports story and a character study and you're a big Ben Affleck fan, I think he does do a pretty good performance in here. So yeah, definitely the way back. Think about this one, but can't recommend it to everybody. But, still happy to have it in the collection. I just don't get the rewatchability out of it. I don't watch it a whole bunch of times or anything like that. But some movie I do get a lot of rewatchability out of, or at least I'm going to because I love it so much, is King Richard. This is such a great movie. Learning about the Richard family, basically, the tennis stars there, Venus and Serena Williams. Yes. Yeah, they were fantastic. I mean, all the performances here were fantastic. Will Smith as, Richard Williams. Wow, such a strong performance. Totally deserved the Academy Award for Best Actor. Yeah, he went all slap attack mode and all those issues came up, but I'm just judging the movie and his performance in the movie. Totally deserved the award for that performance. Really good job. Really powerful, emotional moments, and shows, Richard Williams as a person, right? Somebody that, wasn't all good, had some flaws there, but a real human being that just wanted the best for his family and to, get a better life for them. So all the training, practicing moments in here, all the competition moments with the tennis stars here, Venus and Serena Williams was great. This story is just so well told. To me, when I turn this on, I'm always like glued to the screen watching it, even though I know how the story turns out. It's just done so well. Really, really good movie. To me, this was actually my second favorite movie of last year, just right behind Free Guy. So really, really like this movie, and I think you can get it probably at a discounted price right now. So definitely check this one out. I can recommend at least watching it for everybody, kind of previewing it, see if you like it. But good, inspirational sports story that involves tennis stars. So we got a tennis movie in there, which is nice. All right, next, getting back to more of the fighting sports, I guess you could say. But you get the Karate Kid 3 movie collection here. This is 4K Ultra HD. I just could not resist this collection. I mean, look at that artwork. Oh, so cool. With Daniel Russo, I think his name was. And then you got Mr. Miyagi, the bonsai tree. I just thought it looked so cool. You got that like beach theme right there. So nice. I really, really like that. And then even on the back of this, oh, it looks fantastic. Look at this. Even the back actually probably better than the front. Look at that. Ooh, all those characters from those movies. Just so well done. A really, really nice set. Once again, you get all 3 Karate Kid movies. Now, this was a blind buy for me. I've never seen the Karate Kid movies before. First one, instant classic, though. Such a good movie. Really liked it. And then Karate Kid Part 2 was probably the weaker one for me. And then I thought Part 3 was actually pretty all right. But yeah, the first one is on a whole different level. But with the set, you get so many special features for all the films. Especially that Part 1 gets tons and tons of special features. So really nice set to have. I really, really like this one on the shelf. I need to go back and rewatch these ones again too. But yeah, I just like the story it tells. It really goes into the sport and talking about the defense of the sports, about the wax on, the wax off, right? Defending, right? Not attacking. So really interesting perspective you get from Mr. Miyagi in here. Hopefully I'm saying the name correctly. Maybe I'm not. But yeah, really, really cool moments in these movies, the tournament scenes with the flying kick and all that. So cool. So happy to have that collection. Was not disappointed by that at all. Really great collection. All right. Next, we have The Fighter, and you get some awesome talent in here. You get Mark Wahlberg. Yes, Marky Mark is in here. Christian Bale. You get Amy Adams. So I thought this one was pretty decent. I know some people love this movie, but to me it was just pretty good. It's not one like I'm picking off the shelf to go back and rewatch a whole bunch of times. This is just the DVD, totally a blind buy for me. But you know what? It's good. It has good performances in there. I mean, and just to see Christian Bale's performance is actually really, really good. Just how he takes on these roles. He's a really good actor. Excellent. Yeah, so interesting little story, based on true events, based on true characters. So yeah. I like this movie. This one's a good one. Just it's not like my favorite or anything like that, so I can't like highly recommend it out to people like I could some other movies here. But you know what? If you're into boxing, once again, a pretty good boxing movie. Just not on the level of the Rocky movies, but still gotta have it in the collection. All right, next we have Hands of Stone, another boxing movie here based on real life people, real life events, and some famous boxers. So it was great to see all these performances here. You got Edgar Ramirez, Robert De Niro's like a coach in it. You got Usher Raymond IV. And so yeah, good little cast right here. This isn't my favorite boxing movie of all time, but it is a pretty intriguing story. So if you like boxing movies, definitely want to check this one out. It does get a little too long for me, but you know what? Overall, I do think it's good, and I like that nickname the character had. Hands of Stone. I thought that was so cool and interesting. So yeah, decent little boxing movie right here. All right, next we have another boxing movie, $1 Million Baby though, but this one is definitely, really well recognized for Academy Awards, including Best Picture. This is a Clint Eastwood directed movie. You even get Clint Eastwood starring in there as a coach. And yeah, you just get a lot of good performers in here. Hilary Swank, Morgan Freeman. I mean, you just get tons of great characters in here. Very intriguing, very interesting. And, there's like a little twist in the movie, so I won't ruin it. But it takes, a dark turn. It takes, a turn you're like, oh my goodness, did this just really happen? And you're just like, oh my goodness, oh no. And it's just like, very dramatic and heart-wrenching, very powerful stuff. But yeah, I think this is a really good movie. I think I can recommend this one to everybody to at least check it out, at least for the dramatic elements and the performances. And it's a Best Picture winner. So, I always recommend everybody to see every Best Picture winner they can at least one time in their life. So yeah, $1 Million Baby. Definitely a good watch here. Very compelling story. And yeah, Clint Eastwood, of course, has a great legacy. So if you're a Clint Eastwood fan, gotta see this one, of course, for at least Clint Eastwood. But yeah, great to have that one in the collection. All right, next we have Waves. So Waves, this one was kind of a little funny story. I thought this was going to be like a romance movie. Picked it up for like Valentine's Day for a date night. Did not end up being a romance movie, but what it did end up being, it is a drama movie, but you do have the main character in it is a wrestler. So you do have wrestling in the movie. Now, I'm not saying this is a wrestling movie. It doesn't have a heavy focus on wrestling. It's not like wrestling matches throughout the whole movie. No, none of that. It is a drama story. It is, a character driven story and some really dark turns in here. So it does get intense. It does definitely get intense. So don't let the cover fool you. Not a romance movie. Very dark, deep drama story here. But it does have some wrestling in there, and I do think the wrestling moments are pretty powerful, and just how it shows training for wrestling and things like that. What people put themselves through. Yeah, to me, it is a compelling story here. Not gonna rewatch this one too many times. It is an A24 film, so you're getting something kind of a little different with it, maybe a little different than what you expected. So it definitely does follow that path. But yeah, you know what? If you're an A24 fan, I'd recommend check it out. But for everybody else, can't recommend this one too much. Even though the front cover is pretty cool, I do like that. But yeah, it does take some, ups and downs, just like Waves. So the title ended up making sense by the end of it, but at first you may be like, why is it called Waves? Is it a surfing movie? No, it's not a surfing movie. All right, next we're going to have Uncut Gems, another drama movie, but this, to me, has a heavy focus on a lot of basketball elements, of course. I mean, you got Adam Sandler's character making bets on basketball games and basketball players and, rooting for them to win so he can win his money he's gambled, to try to make it rich and all this stuff. And he's always in the debt to people. And to me, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. If you have not yet seen Uncut Gems, it's an A24 film, so just be aware of that. But to me, it's so good. Once again, one of my favorite movies of all time, let alone like just a good drama movie or a good sports movie. To me, it's just a really, really good movie. Adam Sandler, such a good performance. I like when he does dramatic roles. He does good comedy stuff too, but to me, his dramatic roles are just something out of this world. Very, very powerful. So very compelling stories, very thrilling, has suspenseful moments. When you're watching this movie, like, you're into it, your eyes are glued to the screen. You want to know what happens to all these characters. Is it going to work out? Is it going to win big time? Or is it just going to, go to pieces? So really compelling from start to finish. This one I can watch all the time. So good. I think you can still check it out on streaming if you don't want to get the physical copy. Preview it, see if you like it. But then I recommend, if you do get a physical copy, actually get the Criterion 4K one of this, because Criterion did do a 4K release of this one, but I already had this one on Blu-ray, unfortunately. But I totally would have gone for the Criterion one, because that one looks so cool. But yeah, Uncut Gems, gotta see this movie, gotta have in the collection. This one, highly recommend to everyone out there. So good, so good. All right, next we got Nacho. Yes, Nacho Libre, the luchadors, right? Jack Black. This kind of wrestling style here. Very theatric, right? So yeah, to me, very fun movie. Jack Black is hilarious in this one. It's not my favorite Jack Black movie of all time. That still belongs to School of Rock, but still a really good one. You're gonna have moments you're gonna laugh out loud, and it's a good family comedy, I believe. I think you can watch this one with most of the family, and everybody gets some smiles and laughs out of it. So yeah, it's kind of silly in some parts. Yeah, there's some parts, corny, cheesy, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Yes. Yeah, but if you can embrace the silliness, the silly fun moments, you actually might have a good time with this one. So, Nacho Libre, yeah, if you're into the fun, silly comedies, not going to take itself too seriously, go with Nacho Libre, great one. And Luchadors, yes, Nacho, yes, great movie. Yes, very fun. All right, next. Okay, ooh. We got so many here, but not too many more left. All right, let's get into, okay, so this one's out of Columbia Classics, Volume 1, and this is A League of Their Own, so this is the 4K here. Yeah, really compelling, interesting movie, just the background with how, they started a women's league because the other, the male players, I guess, the leagues, it was like during a wartime, so they were off in the war, and so this was a new league that was started for women baseball players. So very compelling, interesting story. It does give good information on that. And yeah, you connect with a lot of these characters. And this is a good sibling story in here. The two sisters in here, you can see like they're kind of banter back and forth, how they're different, their personalities. And yeah, you can just see it is a really good sibling story. But you can still see, the care they have for each other, of course. You get Tom Hanks in here, and Tom Hanks is great. He's a coach in there, I believe. Yeah, you get Gina Davis. You get Madonna. I mean, you get tons of good performers in here, but yeah, A League of Their Own in 4K actually looks really good as well. Very easy watching movie, so if you're into baseball, if you have not seen A League of Their Own yet, highly recommend it. It's very good, very easy watching. Probably gonna have some emotional moments in there, so yeah, definitely I can recommend this one to pretty much everybody to check it out. Yeah, absolutely, really good quality movie. I'm so glad that Columbia Classics included in their first volume 1. Yeah, home run, definitely. Really good movie. So yeah, I like that design. That slip cover is fantastic. Looks so nice. Really like that one. So we got to keep good care of that. Yes. All right, next. Another one out of that same box set for Columbia Classics. You get Jerry Maguire. Yes, something that surrounds football sport, but he's like an agent for it. And so, you know what? It's like, it's great. It's, there's drama in here, but there's romance scenes as well. Some comedic things here and there, show me the money, right? I mean, really great, powerful, fun moments in here, moments that are going to get you choked up, teary-eyed. And so Tom Cruise is great in this movie. To me, this is one of the best Tom Cruise movies out there. Really good, heartfelt story once again. and just an intriguing story, because sometimes we only think about the sports stars, we don't think about the people behind the curtain, but the sports agents are a crucial part. You need them, so very important to kind of recognize that there. But really good, compelling story. Once again, very powerful. Once again, I like how they do this slip cover. Really nice. Yeah, definitely. Jerry Maguire is that rare beast and movie that reminds you why you like movies in the first place. Very powerful. I love that quote right there. Really good. But yeah, once again, excellent movie. Can't go wrong with a Jerry Maguire. Another movie I can pretty much recommend to everybody out there. Next, we're going to talk about Forrest Gump, because you got competitive ping pong in here, just back and forth. Great matches in this movie. To me, I'm going to totally count that as adding to my sports collection, because I know this movie is so many more things. You got drama in there, you got romance, you got some comedic moments. Yeah, I can fit into a lot of different videos, but I always forget to include it just because it can be so many things. But I'm going to include it here because yes, you do get the competitive ping pong back and forth. So even though it's not the main focus of the movie, it makes for some great scenes, some great moments, some great character development. And you know, competitive ping pong is totally a sport, so I had to mention that here. You even get some other kind of sport things in this movie too, with him jogging, right? I mean, you can consider that almost like cross country, because he does, you know, go across the country, right? Running back and forth. So to me, I'm totally going to count it in this collection video here for sports movies. So yeah, I always forget to talk about Forrest Gump in my other videos, and I always get reminded about it. So this time I'm not going to forget to mention Forrest Gump. So Forrest Gump, don't need to say too much about it. Amazing movie. I have the Blu-ray Steelbook. Fantastic on the shelf. But yeah, really great movie. Tom Hanks, phenomenal in here. To me, one of the best movies of all time. So powerful, so many memorable lines and moments. And yeah, it's a Best Picture winner too. So if you haven't seen Forrest Gump, what are you doing? Go see Forrest Gump. But great movie. Have to have this in the collection. But that is all my movies for my sport collection. That's every single one that I could think of right now that deals with the sports. So really good collection here. Let me know in the comments below, what movies did you like out of my collection? What are some of your favorite sports movies? There's tons of them out there because there's so many sports. Give me some great recommendations down below. And if you're just discovering the channel for the very first time and you love collecting physical media and being part of this amazing mega fan community, make sure you subscribe right now to stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics.
Well, we're waiting.
And if you like this physical media topic video, click another video to see more. Also, like the video, and this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.